This is You're Probably Right. Entertainment first, everything else is just bonus. Opinions, all ours. Sometimes backed by research, but never the final word. There are always exceptions, so take it with a grain of salt and a slight dusting of chili powder.
Yeah. That's the fight and the fright, we're searching for truth.
Searching.
Quiet answer stays inside. You are probably right, it cuts, but it heals, it stings, but it feels.
It stings.
You are probably right, I'm born to the cure, the pain in my shoulder. From blind into midnight, we're finding the way from biting to inside, where shadows give way.
Yeah.
You are probably right.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is MCM, and you are listening to You Probably Right podcast. This is episode 274. We're moving on up. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. This episode is sponsored to you by nobody. Okay. Nobody. No, I'm just joking with you. Check it out. This episode title is They Knew I Loved Them, but Let Me Fall Anyway. Healing when you're let on and heartbroken. I've started to really like this music that I created. Sick, man. Anyhow. Remember, this podcast is for episode purposes only. No, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a doctor of anything. I am not a founder. Well, I am a founder of this, but the bottom line is this is going to be a different podcast, y'all. And I don't profess to have all the answers. I wish I did. So I know that it could be a tough time you're going through right now, and maybe you need somebody to listen to you. Maybe you need someone to hang out with, and maybe nobody's there, and maybe nobody eases the pain. Maybe you almost feel like you're literally losing your mind, like that song Half Crazy says by Music Soul Child back in the day. You know what came to mind a little while ago, and I'm sure many of you have already recognized this in your situations where maybe, you feel like this person's led you on, broken your heart, watched you. It reminds me of an episode in The Simpsons where I think they replay the exact moment that somebody's heart broke because of feelings and emotions in a relationship. And they rewind it and they see where he goes, anyhow, I just had a thought. That might not make any sense. This will make sense to somebody, and it'll make more sense to probably everybody after a while when I continue with this episode. One thing I want to say is, if you're in your situation and things aren't going that great, or maybe they've been gone bad for a while now and you thought there was hope, maybe they breadcrumbed you a little bit, making you think that, things could still happen when really they just wanted to be friends, and you were there on a total different tip that they were on. Yeah. Whoa. But anyhow, just think about it for yourself. The relationship probably went, if they're the type of person who would give you a nickname, a loving nickname, like one that's endearing, or something to let you know that they chose you or they're choosing you. Now think about that name. Do they still call you that name? I think many of you would probably say no. I mean, you might even have forgotten that they don't use that name anymore. Well, I would say that's probably the last time. Between then and whenever they would normally have used it again was probably the moment when everything started to dissipate in their heart as far as you're concerned. And it's not an easy pill to swallow, but that's life. You're going to have to buck up and move forward. Just try to get your bearings, and I understand. There's a flavor of heartbreak that doesn't come with clear endings. No dramatic door slam. No big speech. Just drift. A slow fade. The kind that leaves you standing in the middle of your own life, wondering how something that felt so close so warm, so possible, became nothing. Not nothing exactly, more like crumbs. Moments so small you start convincing yourself they're a meal. That's what it feels like to be led on by someone who knew you loved them and let you keep falling. And they probably didn't love you at all. That's the sad thing. They might have liked you. You might have a good personality. Maybe you make them laugh. Maybe you support them in some sort of way. Maybe you support them in many different ways. Maybe help them on projects, maybe write their emails, maybe do some of their work for them. Maybe you just try to support them in different ways, and you were always there to no avail almost. If that's you right now, you're not weak. You're human, and you're a loving human. You got attached to a story that was being told out loud and under the breath at the same time. The public version says, we're easy. We're casual. Let's not label. The private version says, I miss you. I need you. I feel safe with you. You're different. Your body believed that the private version, your mind tried to translate the public one. And somewhere between those two languages, your heart started paying the bill. Yeah. And that bill was a high price. There was no McDouble. This was the swanky lobster meal with extra rare lobster, like the blue one or something. Let's talk about what really happened. Plain, simple, honest. So you can stop arguing with yourself and start caring for yourself. That's why. How being led on actually works. Here's the quiet playbook no one admits. First move, intermittent warmth. Not too much, not too little. A streak of late night messages, or maybe middle of the day, maybe you work together. A quick thinking of you. A long talk in the car after work. A moment that feels intimate but carries no responsibility. Your system lights up. You feel chosen, finally, clearly, deeply. Second move. Strategic fog. When you asked, where's this going? The mood changes. Why label it? Do we have to define everything? Let's just see what happens. There are some red flags, but I like you. Notice some of the verbs, Stall, blur, delay. You accept the fog because the warmth was real and felt oh so nice. You assume the warmth and the future are linked. Assuming, They're not. The warmth is just bait. The blur is insurance. No, hang on. That's probably going to get kind of annoying, but sorry, guys. Third move. Reset by touch or charm. When the tension rises, the topics shift to random. Stuffer, soft laughs, a hand on your arm, a quick kiss that silences the question. Your nervous system trades clarity for contact. We're okay, it tells you. But you aren't okay. You're sedated by a touch, by a kiss. The fourth move: private closeness, public distance. In the dark, you're cherished, or behind closed doors. In the daylight, under the spotlight, you're sidelined. Other people come before you, and you don't really get it. More time is given to anybody besides you. Maybe a janitor, maybe a boss, maybe a colleague. No time for you, though. They'll take access to your heart, your time, your body, your listening, your encouragement, but they won't take accountability. You're the best kept secret, but you're not the story. Fifth move: the nice exit with an open tab. I care about you. I don't want to hurt you. I'm just not ready. Or maybe I'm broken. It sounds gentle, but it's genius because it keeps you emotionally available for them. You leave with dignity on your shoulder and hope in your little pocket, back pocket. And hope, in this context, is a knife with two handles, or maybe double-edged. If you're hearing yourself in that, I want you to understand something vital. It's not that you misread every signal. Like, I know you're probably sitting there saying, I didn't get, I thought they meant this and they meant that. I want you to listen. You accurately read many of the signals, actually. You just didn't have equal power over the dimmer switch. They had it. Why it hurts? Like a breakup you never got? You lost something real. You lost a bond, a routine, a rhythm, and you lost something probably even more imagined, what things could have been, the version of the future you were building in your mind, the things that you were going to do over again but better. That double loss is heavy. Your brain hates unresolved things. It prefers a clean yes or a clean no. And they weren't given that, were they? Strung you along, and your mind also strung you along. Because maybe a little thing happened, but your mind decided to extrapolate it and let you go off in your own dream world of what things could maybe be. Well, this was neither. So your body did what bodies do under threat. It scanned, it looped, it tried to predict the next hit of reassurance. That's why you can feel physically unwell. Sleep changes, appetite drops or spikes, focus splits. It's not drama. It's chemistry responding to inconsistency. And the thoughts come. Maybe I'm too much. Maybe I should be more chill. Maybe I should just relax. Maybe I should take it one day at a time. Maybe I shouldn't focus so hard on them. Maybe if I had waited 2 weeks to ask that question, maybe if I didn't say so much in that message, maybe if I didn't touch them the way I did so often. Stop. 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 Let's move the target where it belongs. If someone wanted to keep you, they would have kept it clear. Full stop. A person who values you doesn't feed you in fragments and ask you to call it a feast. That's right, a person who values you doesn't do that. Why they let you fall? Not to excuse, but just to explain so you can stop internalizing their limits. Loneliness dressed as love. You were comfort. You were light. You were a soft place to land. That's a compliment to your spirit, not an indictment of your standards. Avoidance is discomfort. They didn't want the hard conversations that would have cost them access. So they chose silence and soft language instead of honesty, which is what you were asking for. Not everybody can do honesty for whatever reason. But I mean, we all know who the father of lies are, so if that's one of you, if that's you, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Oops, too late. Just messing with you. But you really got to think about it. Validation addiction. You're looking for the validation. You're addicted to it. Your affection made them feel valuable. Validation is a powerful drug. Few people turn down free supply. Self-story maintenance. They needed to keep believing that they were kind, so they stayed nice while doing harm. They weren't being real and they weren't being honest. They were just being nice to you. And you, because you were blinded by the light of love, just went headlong, feet first, head first. I don't want to hurt you became a moral bandage over a selfish wound. Read this with compassion for yourself. I guess you can't really read it, but listen. You couldn't have loved them into courage. Courage is an inside job, right? They couldn't be honest with you. And you there fooling yourself at the same time. You don't get excused from this. You saw what was happening. You felt that click in your gut that said, oh, this is not going to work. Maybe even from the first day, even though you were totally infatuated or whatever. Or the first day, maybe the day you got married, something happened and you were like, oops. Sorry, mom and dad. No. Oh, goodness. Anyway, it's not between you and mom and dad. It's between you and them and God. Let's make it undeniable. Here are patterns that taken together tell the truth you've been trying to soften. Let's see. Number 1, replies when convenient, never when you need them. So there's always a halt. As a matter of fact, it probably starts you making a halt on how fast you reply as well. The difference is you're thinking about it and thinking about the time that you're wasting to get back to them. And you, in their mind, you're out of your mind. You're not even in there. They're doing other stuff that they're going to talk to you about, probably. Not having to do with you, though, and them. 2, deep talks cut off right before resolution. You never really get the answer, do you? Did you? Number 3, affection tied to compliance. Silence tied to honesty. So there'll be affection as long as you do what they want you to do. And there's silence. Well, they're silent because they don't want to be honest. Answers that generate fog. No direction. They just talk around in circles, or they look like they're going to get to something, and then they totally make a left and hopefully get you interested in something totally different, kind of like an okie doke. Just saying something, a mirage, an apparition. Performance in public, emptiness in private, or the reverse. Number 7, conflict resolved by touch or a flirt. Never repair. But of course, you'll go for the touch. It's not your fault. 8, language built out of maybe. Maybe later, not now. Possibly. I don't know, I'm not sure yet. Access to your comfort, no access to their actual world. And you feel it and you know it. Number 10, energy for everyone else. Fatigue when you ask for 5 minutes. What is that? Your tears are minimized, your reactions mocked. Number 12, secret sweetness, public neutrality. This is how they are doing it. Number 14, nope. Number 13, nice speeches used like smoke bombs. 14, emotional borrowing with no repayment. Yeah. They'll take you caring about their emotions, but they might not pay it forward or pay it back. Probably not. Jealousy without protection. Rules without reciprocity. They have your rules and then they have their rules. Spirited empathy, low curiosity. They really don't care. 17, boundary test disguised as jokes. Yeah. Or forgetfulness. They'll do stuff pushing your boundaries. Yeah, you know, I'm still on Hitch or Hinge or whatever it's called. Hitch. And they'll laugh it off and see if you take it. You laugh right along and they stay on Hinge, right? Surprise when you finally hurt out loud. Yeah, they'll be like, huh? What do you mean you're upset? What is it? Huh? I don't. Was it me? I hope you're not going to be... Yeah, it couldn't be me, is it? Well, nobody said it is, but you know it is, and that's why you said that. But let's play the fool. Requests for loyalty, they won't mirror. Yeah, they want you to be loyal, but they're not. Refusal to name what this is because names demand choices, so they don't want to tell you what it is. If you recognize more than a few, you don't need a courtroom. But I mean, hopefully this isn't a marriage you're talking about. Hopefully you're just dating this person. Oh, help you. You need a plan. Listen. Let's see. Your plan, from let on to let out. This is where we stop imagining a better version of them and start building a stronger version of you. No slogans, concrete, livable steps. Okay, step number 1. Sorry for the big pause, guys. I was just trying to fix the sound file. I'm going over what I thought I had anticipated. Yeah. Number 1, tell the whole truth, privately first. Write what happened on one page. Dates if you need, patterns if you can. Not a novel, not a diary. Spiral. Just the honest mapped events. When your mind tries to romanticize the highlight reel, read your map. We don't heal by editing and making everything seem all smooth and nice. We heal by seeing exactly what's really happening. That glazing over stuff does not help. It hides all the inconsistencies and bumps. That's why they have to glaze over it. Right. Who do you think sells more cake? The person who puts the icing on the top of the cake, or the person that just gives you the rest? They're just the regular bun looking thing. No icing. Sorry. Template to yourself. I experience closeness here. Distance here. Silence here. Hope here. I asked for clarity on these dates. I received fog. I gave this much. I received this little. I am done guessing. I know what it is. Number 2. Create closure, even if it's one-sided. If you need to speak once for your own peace, do it clean. One message, one script. I cared for you deeply. The way things unfolded hurt me. I accept that we're not aligned. I'm taking space to heal, and I won't be available like before. I wish you well. Send it once, or read it to the mirror and never send it. The purpose is the same. Your nervous system gets clear ending. You say it. You speak it. Number 3. Build a boundary wall with doors. Boundaries are not battle lines. They're architecture. Tech hygiene. Mute, unfollow, remove quick access pins, archive threads. If you must stay connected for work's sake, move them off of your personal home screen at least. Social hygiene. Decline the debriefs with mutuals. I'm not discussing them right now, right? Contact rule. No initiation for 30 days. If they reach out, respond only if necessary, and only with logics. Feelings are off the table, because that's what they're running that Tesla of love on. Your feelings, like the sunshine. Number 4, replace the hit with habits. Yeah, that hit that you get from being around them, talking to them, whatever it is. Your brain misses the dopamine. Give it healthy replacements. No distraction rituals. Morning glass of water, sunlight on your face, phone in other room for 20 minutes. Movement, walk, lift, stretch. Not to transform, just to inhabit your body, or inhabit whatever, your body again. Craft. Maybe you have a craft. Cook, fix, build, write, music, sing, garden, anything you can finish. Completion is medicine. So is laughter. People. One call to a safe person every 2 days if you have that safe person. Not to rehash, but to reconnect. Sleep. Same time, bed for 7 nights. The heartbreak brain loves midnight. Don't feed it. Go to bed. Don't open your phone. Stop looking to see if there's a message that you didn't get or didn't see or hear. When the old story starts, reframe the loops. When the old story starts chanting, answer it with new sentence and new action. I wasn't enough. They weren't available. Text a friend who treats you as enough. Maybe if I waited already. Book a small plan for yourself next week. I don't know where you want to go, what you want to do. Maybe it's a massage. I don't even know. Maybe it's a workout with a trainer or something. We had something special. We had moments. I want a life. Put one future event on your calendar that's just for you. All right. Guard against relapse. Relapse isn't weakness. It's a pattern. Finishing its last lap. Plan for it. Okay? It's going to happen. You're going to relapse. Maybe a day. You might want to cherish it for a video tape. No, I'm just joking. What do some people say? Last hurrah. Anyhow. Trigger list. Songs. Routes. Maybe don't listen to that song. Maybe take a different route. Times of day. Find yourself doing something or find something to do. Places online. Maybe don't go to those places, those pages. Set up detours to all these things for yourself. Especially when you're stronger, because there's going to be the weekdays. 10-minute rule. When the urge to reach out hits, set a timer for 10 and do one ritual above. One of those things. If the urge is still there at 10, wait another 10. Cravings crest and they fall. In other words, you'll feel like it today and then you might not feel like it later if you just wait. Just wait. Let cooler heads prevail. Accountability. Tell one person your rule. If I text them, I text you first. Let someone love you with limits that you can accept. Yeah. 7. Rewrite identity in small proofs. Self-esteem returns when you keep promising yourself, or when you keep promises, yourself to other people. Pick 3 micro promises per day. Drink the water, take the walk, finish the email, fold the laundry, read 5 pages, stretch for bed right after you brush your teeth. Check them off. Watch trust in yourself grow again. Confidence isn't feeling, it's a ledger, right? The more you see yourself doing some things, the better you get at doing it. If they're still in your orbit, civility protects you. Closeness reopens you, right? So be civil, don't be close. Be friendly, but not familiar. Get it? At work, keep it professional, brief, neutral, no after hours, no side therapy, no walking down the hallway veering to a room because they called you, no personal recaps. Don't tell them what's going on in your life, and you don't want to know what's going on in theirs. As best you can, change it back to work. In friend groups, arrive late, leave early, sit at the other end, limit eye contact, be kind without being available. If they corner you, I'm focusing on other things right now. Take care, full stop. Keep your softness though. Add gait. Have a little swagger. The goal isn't to harden, no. I know that's what everybody goes to, right? It's not to be harder. It's to be the same. The goal is to require reciprocity in whatever. If it's a conversation, if it's deeds, whatever, work, they got to put in their elbow grease too. Early in new connections, ask simple clarifying questions and believe the answers. What are you looking for? Do you want to date intentionally? Watch for patterns, not performance. Performance is blah. If someone bristles at boundaries, thank them for the preview and get the heck out of there. Ten, choose a daily sentence. Pick one sentence for 30 days. Say it out loud every morning. Clarity over chemistry. Consistency over promises. If it's real, it won't hide. I keep my peace. Or maybe I trust in the Lord. What to do with anger? Anger is honest, but don't weaponize it. Harness it. Use it to block the door when nostalgia tries to sneak back in. Use it to power the walk when your body wants to stay in bed with everything off. Use it to finish tasks your grief keeps pausing. Then when it's done, Then when it's done, its job, set it down. Long-term anger is really, really heavy. It's meant to be bridged, right? Or meant to be a bridge, but not a home. You don't stay in there for a long period of time. It'll mess you up. What if you need forgiveness but aren't ready? You don't have to rush it. Forgiveness is not approval. It's permission for you to stop hosting the hurt. If you're not there, choose release first. Release is practical. Release their access, right? Release the story that you lost your only chance. Release the fantasy that they were the one. They were a one who taught a hard lesson. That's enough. Yeah. If this story echoes an old story, sometimes this pain is loud because it rhymes with something older, being overlooked, earning love, caretaking to be kept. If you recognize the rhyme, that's insight, not indictment. Consider talking to someone trained to help you trace the echo. When you heal the pattern, you change the future cast list. If faith is part of your life, then I say pray to God for strength, not erasure. Ask for clean eyes to see people as they are. Ask for a heart that stays open without staying unguarded or becoming a carpet. Gratitude can sit next to grief. Thank God for what you've learned, right? Help me release what I can't carry, you can ask. One to 3 days. Delete quick access. This could be like a week-to-week guide for the first 30 days, but I don't know if I want to give it to y'all. It might be kind of redundant. Maybe I'll put it in the description. A 4-week plan you can do to help yourself. I'll put it in the description. When the new love arrives, you'll be tempted to measure it against the old fire. Don't. Measure it against clarity. Do they show up when they say they will? Do you know where you stand without decoding? Do you feel calm more than you feel clever? Does your body unclench around them? If yes, you're in the right neighborhood. A word to the version of you that stayed too long. You stayed because you were loyal. You stayed because you saw potential. You stayed because you loved the way your love loves. That loyalty will be precious with someone who keeps it safe. Your job now is to carry it to a table that is set for 2, not for 1, and maybe one that has your name on it. Sorry, guys. Sorry. The water just sitting in the back of my throat. A word to the one who led you on. Unsaid but true. You had a good person in your hands. You chose access over honesty. In the short term, it kept you comfortable. In the long term, it cost you trust from them and from the part of you that knows you could have done better. May you choose differently next time for your sake and theirs. Lastly, they knew you loved them and let you fall anyway. That happened, it really did. We don't rewrite it. We don't minimize it. We don't glaze over it. We don't make it poetry to avoid the point. We tell the truth. They rationed what you should have been given freely. Clarity, consistency, care. And you, a person built for deep connection, got used to eating breadcrumbs. No more. From here on, you'll call almost by its real name. You'll choose presence over performance. You'll keep your softness and install gait. You'll love again, not smaller but smarter. And when your love arrives, solid, public, calm, you'll recognize it by the simplest sign. No fog, no rationing, no acting, just daylight shining down. Just reach, just a life you build with someone who holds, not just hands, but responsibility. This is not the end of your journey. It's just a chapter, a very, very important chapter where your wisdom builds. Keep your peace. Keep your standards. Keep going, but open your eyes. All right, y'all. I am MCM. This is You're Probably Right. I am signing off. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really, really appreciate it. And I will talk to you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, come check out You're Probably Right podcast. Society is getting more unpredictable every day, but at the same time, predictable in its unpredictability. Say that 4 times real fast. Come with me as I attempt to find clarity in all the fog while staying way outside the box and kicking the box way down the road with my size 12 dogs. I use the Bible, experience, education, fortune, misfortune, life's lessons, life's mistakes to sort through all the mess. I talk about news, God, God, self-help, sports, sickness, health, music, parenting, love, humbleness, hurt, pain, joy, and all the things that might make you say, I never thought of it that way. Hopefully, anyway. Also, I take a stab at answering tough and not so tough questions, and all the while, understand that, listen, sometimes you end up in the hot seat and there's no thermostat. Well, that's how it is here. And because there's no topic, very few topics off the table, Torontonians will understand that Doug Ford reference there. Hopefully the podcast will be helpful and uplifting. And hey, maybe you'll find your own private Idaho here somewhere. Hope to see you soon.